Welcome to my video. I'm your host Asian MMA. Today my topic is UFC 118 main event prediction between BJ Penn versus the current lightweight champion of the UFC in Frankie Edgar. Now I'm assuming everyone that's watching this prediction video has seen the very first fight that these guys, fought in, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. What did we learn after watching that fight? We learned Frankie Edgar loves to stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. That was basically the whole story of the 5-round fight. Personally, when I watched it live, I'm going to tell you this right now. I gave a few rounds to Frankie Edgar. I never gave, there's one crazy judge from what I remember gave it all 5 rounds to Frankie Edgar. I didn't think it was like that. I thought Frankie Edgar won 3 rounds to 2. Rewatching the fight the next day, I was like, man, watching it live is completely different than rewatching it, at your home without the crowd of people around you. It's completely different. It's like listening to music, okay? A live performance versus a CD performance are 2 completely different animals. That's why Kiss is really popular at live shows, and their CDs are just like that, man. That's why Kiss Live did really, really good, the CD, because it brought you into the crowd, and that's what I want to get the point across. Frankie Edgar did his job at the live performance. His sticking and moving, even though he didn't land the significant shots, rewatching it later, he did enough to win the rounds. I stick to my word, 3-2, because the live performance is what counts. Rewatching it does not put you in the same feeling that you get that night. So I still give Frankie Edgar for being BJ Penn. But we also learned BJ Penn, there was something wrong with him, obviously, okay? They call him the prodigy because he earned his black belt in a ridiculously short amount of time. It takes people like 10 years to earn a black belt. BJ Penn did it in under, and he won the world championships, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And he's not a Brazilian descent, so he's Hawaiian. That's freaking unbelievable. So he has this beautiful Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background. Why did he not use it? Obviously, because there was something wrong. He had a sinus infection headed going into that fight, but being the champ that he is, he sucked it up and went into the fight, gave it his all, and he lost a really, really close decision. And he never came out and said straight up saying, I was sick. He learned his mistake of talking too much against GSP. He learned that, so he stayed quiet about it. But obviously, if you're a fight fan, you knew something was wrong with BJ Penn. He submitted Kenny Floyd. He made it look easy. So why would he not take the fight to the ground? Obviously, because there was something wrong with him. That's the key point that I want to drive across. So we did not learn that much about the original fight from BJ Penn, other than he landed a lot of significant shots, but with all the movement Frankie Edgar did, he stole the rounds just because he controlled the tempo of the fight. So, going into the rematch, expect a ground game from BJ Penn. Expect sharper boxing from BJ Penn. That's all I gotta say. You can't really add too much about the fight. I have BJ Penn winning this fight because he's a superior fighter. His takedown defense is there. Granted, Frankie Edgar took him down twice, but BJ Penn, he shot back right up. You can't hold the guy down unless your name's GSP and you weigh more than him. And, it's not the fat BJ Penn fighting at welterweight. So, I got BJ Penn winning this. How? I'm going to predict submission, because I believe we're going to see the ground game BJ Penn. For all the people that don't know, I wrestled in middle school. If you guys wrestled in high school, whatever, you guys know how tiring it is, wrestling another guy. It's like lifting weights, continuously lifting weights, no breaks. That's why he didn't take the fight to the ground game, because he was scared he would gas out, and Frankie Edgar would probably just, demolish him on the stand-up in the later rounds. That's the reason why he'd not take the fight to the ground. It makes sense, does it not? So, bottom line is, BJ Penn, superior fighter. He didn't have a good showing the first fight. I believe he will come in healthy and recapture his light heavyweight gold. And yeah, that's my video. Gray Maynard versus Kenny Florian, probably the next contender. Excited for that fight, just to see what would happen. But until then, give me a thumbs up for BJ Penn, thumbs down for Frankie Edgar. Thanks for watching my video. Asian MMA signing out.